Okay, my friends, this is our second try at our Friday Live. Let's see if we're back. Let me know. I'm going to tune in myself and we'll see what's happening. Okay, it looks like I'm live on Facebook. So let's see. Okay, we're trying it again. I'm not seeing. Is anybody over there on Facebook or YouTube? I'm not sure if it's even working. Okay. Hilda, you're over there? Okay. Are you on, you're on YouTube? It looks like, okay, good. I see that I am live over on Facebook also. So we'll just give it a try. Okay, excellent. So we are there. Jeanne, okay, great. Sharon, good to see you. Jeanne, okay, excellent. So at least we're somewhere. Good. I don't know what happened. I had it all set up. Hilda's on Facebook. Okay, good. Well, if you can see me, I'm thrilled. I'm just thrilled. And as long as it's on YouTube, that's the important thing because I like it to record over there. So welcome. Tracy, much better. Okay, I don't know what happened. Some little, who knows, some kind of glitch. Okay, welcome. Excellent. And for those who didn't catch it and who just gave up, it'll be recorded and they can watch it later. So for those of you who are here, welcome. We're going to make a card. I don't want to waste really any more of your time. I just thank you so much. Kay, good to see you. Thank you. How is the weather there in North Carolina for you, Miss Kay? I always love having you. I feel like Kay has been with me from the very beginning. She's one of the faithful ones. I really appreciate it. Thank you for sharing. Judy Ernst on YouTube from North Carolina too. Good. Yes, I'm giving away a good prize today. Embellishments is a prize today. So we're going to get right into things. Cold. Okay, cold. Yes, Burr. Marcia Long, good to see you. Linda, back. Yes. Holly, good to see you. Okay. I want to give you a quick little update as far as what is back ordered. We talked last time on Wednesday, the heart-shaped dies were almost gone, and now they definitely are. Hi, Colleen. They're on back order. Well, whatever they call it, they're not in right now. They will be back on January 27th. I just checked right before we came on. Colleen, hello. So heart-shaped dies, that is the actual bundle in for the $120 order on Celebration. They will be back on January 27th. The Marbled Elegance paper will be back on January 20th. Those two things are not available right now. I want to remind you real quickly about my birthday cake celebrations class to go that I have right now for pre-order. I've already had a bunch of you take advantage of the pre-order because we love to make birthday cards in January. It's such a good time to stock up on birthday cards. And my class to go uses the cake celebrations bundle. It's an online exclusive. And what I love about it, hi Tina, good to see you. And I've got the dies here. Yes, the heart-shaped bundle will be back. The dies are a little bit kind of like sideways, but I'll show you what I love about them is it has a cake stand. And I think I'll show you on the cards, the sample cards. These are the ones you're going to make in the class to go. This is a cute square card. It has layers of cake. It has stamps that are layers of frosting. It has candles. Love this set. It has leaves. And here's kind of a guy card. Could be used for a guy. I made it on purpose out of kind of blues and some browns because guys like those colors. But check out that frosting. I love that frosting. That's a die. Isn't that cute? And it has the a little banner that you can put there. And this is kind of a card in a card, kind of a double card. And you could put a gift card over on that side if you wanted to. And then here's the feminine version that has the frosting on it. Isn't that so cute? So that's the class to go. You get a half a package of the 2024-2026 In Color Designer Series paper. You get a full package, two spools, one each of the white and petal pink striped ribbon. You get a package of the Regal foiled dots, and plus enough to make 6 beautiful cards, 2 each of 3 designs, and envelopes included for $45. If you want the bundle to be included, you add on the price of the bundle, which is $37.50. So for a total of $82.50, you get the bundle and the kit to go delivered to your house. And I'm taking the pre-orders up until Sunday. And just email me, Peggy at prettypapercards.com if you're interested, and I'll send you the registration link. It's a great bundle. I really like it. I know, Pam, that frosting is so cute. Thank you, Roz. I do work really hard at my classes to go. I do. I give very detailed PDF tutorials, and you can buy those too for $25. And they come with a link to a tips and tricks video, which I make, giving you all the tips and tricks that you need to make your cards. Okay, don't forget about Celebration. So we're a little over halfway through January, and Celebration only goes through the end of February this year. So you want to make sure to take advantage of the free gifts. I'm going to turn you down real quick, and we'll just get started that way, because everything in here is free with a minimum order of $60 or $120. And today we're going to use, this is kind of a hidden thing. Our card today is going to use the Starstruck embossing folder. Now, where is that little guy? Where did I put that little guy? I had it out here a minute ago. Oh, here it is. It's much cuter. Much cuter than I expected from the picture, because it's a little hard to see the picture because it's right over the staple there. But isn't that just a cute embossing folder? Very versatile, I would say. And that's free with a $60 order, and we're going to use that today. So place your orders while you can get free items. You know, get what you can during Celebration. And I appreciate if you get it from me. And to shop with me, you just do prettypapercards.com/shop. Real easy. And if you would like to get the starter kit during Celebration, they always offer really great starter kit specials. Oh, did you get it? Yes, it is very nice, Roz. Thank you for saying that. If you get the starter kit during Celebration, it's $99. You get $125 worth of product of your choice. And during Celebration, you get this cute stamp set, plus you get to choose 2 packages of Stampin' Write markers from the color families, 2 color families of your choice, like Regal, Subtles, Neutrals, that type of thing. That's option 1. Or you can choose $155 of product of your choice instead of $125. So great options. So there are links to that. Well, because I had to kind of change things around, the links aren't there, but I'll put them back in as far as, and if you want to get the starter kit, it's prettypapercards.com/join. Okay. I think that's all we needed to talk about, and now we're going to make a pretty card. I wanted to focus today on a stamp set actually a bundle in the new mini catalog. It's called Linked Together. Now, what do I love about this bundle? Hello from New York, Louise Whitford. Thank you for joining us. This is not an ordinary bundle. It's kind of a special bundle because instead of having just a stamp set and die or stamp set and punch, it has masks also. So when you get the bundle, you get the stamp set, the die set, and the masks. And if you wanted to see it in the catalog, I hope most of you have a catalog. If you need a catalog and you don't have a demonstrator of your own, I would love to be your demonstrator. Just email me, Peggy at prettypapercards.com, and I'll get a catalog out to you right away, excuse me, along with the Celebration catalog. But you'll get the stamp set, the die set, and the masks, all part of the bundle for $58.50, or you can buy them all separately. But they all work together, and that's what we're going to do today, is use them all together. And our sample card is right here. This is what we're going to do. And I'm choosing to use, there are 5 different masks. Let me move the dies and the stamp set off to the side so we can look at the masks. This is the one we're going to use today. It has these little dots that are kind of almost like flowers. You just got the bundle today, Karen. Excellent. Hi, Becky. Good to see you. It is a great price, Linda. I think you're absolutely right. I was surprised what a low price it was. So you get, this is one of the masks, and then these are some other masks. And they can somehow work together. I haven't used them together yet, but 5 masks all together. So this is the one we're going to use today. So let's get started. What we're going to do first is do the masking. Here are all my pieces parts. I put them in in the envelope for the card we're going to do. So we're going to do the masking first, and I'm going to show you. I want to demonstrate a couple of different kind of techniques today. So I'm going to. This is just 1/4 of an 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock right here. And what I've got my glass mat out today because I want to adhere things to it. And I am using this Post-it labeling and cover-up tape, which comes off real easy. And I'm going to adhere my paper, and it's 5.5 by 4.25. And I'm just going to adhere it to my glass mat. And then because I'm only using one mask, I'm not going to overlap others or anything. I'm going to place this over it and adhere the mask also so it doesn't move. Now you still need to be gentle. When I was practicing today, I got a little carried away, and I was using my blending brush, and I just got a little carried away, and the whole mask came off. I just went wild. So I kind of made a mess. But anyway, we're going to use Azure Afternoon. I try to challenge myself not to use pink. You all know I love pink so much. So we're going to use Azure Afternoon, and we don't need to blend. We don't need to. Anyway, we can use it full strength, I guess is what I'm trying to say, because we just want the little dots to show up. But we do have to go fairly softly so we don't pull the mask out from under the tape like I did by accident. So what we want to do, we just want to get the little dots all over the cardstock to make a nice background. Kind of what we might call a texture. Not a texture that you feel, but a texture that you see. And the color does not have to be the same on every dot. It can just be, light and dark in different places. It really isn't a big deal. That's part of the beauty of it. Now, after you're done, you just wash your mask under the faucet. I just took mine to the kitchen and washed it under under warm water, not even hot. So you just use a blending brush and gently go over it like this so that the ink goes in the little holes. And I know there are way fancy techniques, but Stampin' Up! Has things that are not difficult. You can make something beautiful and it isn't hard. It's easy. Okay, I think we're just about done. So let's just see how this turned out. Put my blending brush to the side, and then we're just going to pull up our, let me get some scissors here to pull, just lift this up. And look how cute that is. And you see it's not the same all over, but that's okay. It looks good. And I'm just going to set my mask off to the side until until after we're done, and then I'm going to take it to my sink. And I'm just going to lift this up. Okay. And we're going to die cut this piece. But doesn't that just make a nice little pattern? I really like it. And quick and easy, but nice. Okay. Now the next thing we're going to do, today we are using our big Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And we're going to do actually quite a bit of die cutting today. So I'm going to bring that right up. And we're going to die cut two pieces. We're going to die cut a piece of Daffodil Delight. If you don't know, blue and yellow are beautiful together. And so in addition to the link together dies, I'm going to use the perennial postage dies. If you don't have these rectangular dies, they are fabulous. And I think they make just beautiful, I just love them on cards. And so we're going to use the two largest ones today. I'm going to use the largest of the two on this piece of Daffodil Delight. And then the next one down in size is going to cut the piece that we just used the mask on. Let me get this up here. And we'll cut this one first. I just love the edges that this makes. So we're going to create a lot of visual activity on our card. See how pretty that is? Okay, then we're going to get our masked piece and we'll use the next size down. And that's going to fit perfectly. And the one nice thing about this particular mask is that because of the dots, you can line it up. You can line your die up with the dots. And so you can get it hopefully even and not crooked. So let's check. Does that look right or not? Let's check it out. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. And this is going to make a nice front to our card. A nice base for all the other decorations that we're going to have on our card. Okay. Doesn't that look nice together? And for a card base, we're going to use the same as the ink, Azure Afternoon. See what I mean about blue looking so pretty with yellow? It looks beautiful. And even though these are lighter, we didn't get as much coverage, it just really doesn't matter. It's just part of the allure of it. And while we're here, we're going to do some more die cutting. So let me bring my machine back up. I shouldn't have put it down because we might as well do quite a bit of die cutting while we have it up here. Now another thing, these are the dies for the set, and I really like these little stems of leaves that they have. So we're going to cut some leaves out of some soft seafoam cardstock. So I'm just going to cut this scrap here, and we're going to cut our leaves because these are just going to add a little bit of softness to the front of our card. So we'll just run these through like this. I'll tell you, this is one thing I really liked. Oh, you haven't worked with the masks yet, Louise. You'll really like them. Just sit down and play. It just takes a little. You just want to sit and play for a while. One thing I really like about this whole set, and it's something that I've said before about stamp sets. The stamp set has words. I like when it has images also, but in this case, the dies have great images. They're not just shapes, they also have flowers and leaves. So there's a lot that you can do with this set, I think. So I want to cut just a couple more of these little, the little smaller leaf branch. Leaf branch, does that sound right? I don't know. Leaf grouping. So I'm going to put that there. And maybe while we're here, I can cut my oval. We want to cut an oval, and I think I have enough room on here to cut the oval. Okay, so we'll save a little time there by cutting out our oval. Do two things at once, just like this. You know, you're always looking for just the perfect size oval, and I love this oval. I think it is the perfect size oval. And I love that it has stitching on it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and emboss the oval. And this is the Celebration embossing folder. And one thing you'll notice is that it is not a 3D embossing folder. We've gotten pretty used to 3D embossing folders. So with our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, we need to use the gray embossing plate. But normally for a 3D embossing folder, we take this number 2 away. But in this case, we need to leave number 2, the number 2 plate. We're going to put our oval, our Daffodil Delight oval, right inside of our embossing folder, and put the gray embossing plate on top and run this through. And this is the right, what they call sandwich for this embossing folder. So just remember that for this particular embossing folder, you need plate number 1, number 2, and number 4. Okay, and then look how cute that comes out. Isn't that cute? It's a really nice embossing folder. And I think that's all the embossing, all the die cutting we're doing today. Okay, now back to our card. Where are we? Here we go. Okay, so now we have all our little things and we can start decorating. We need to score our card base, which is our Azure Afternoon. I don't use this color very often. Does anyone use this color very often? It's not. I don't use the brights or the regals too often, but I like them. That's why I thought I'd pull it out. That oval fits the frame from the Storybook Friends. Really? Jan, what a great, a smart thing. Really, seriously. Okay, I've got the Storybook Friends dies right here. Seriously. Okay, let's test it. Oh my gosh, it totally does. It's a little bit larger, but it would work. It would totally work. Oh, Linda, you don't have the cardstock or the ink? You should get it. It's beautiful. It really is beautiful. Okay. Thank you. Yes, you do need to order it, Linda. Now, I get so many tips from you guys. I seriously do. I really do. Okay, let's get out all the things that we've die cut here. I know I'm supposed to use my take your pick tool, but I'm just using my scissors to poke these leaves out today. Shh, don't tell anyone I'm kind of being a bad girl. I know it isn't good for the scissors, but I'm just doing it. Okay, so our card is going to go in the horizontal position. And what we're going to do is before we start gluing, we're going to run a little bit of this yellow baker's twine. It's actually lemon lolly, and it's in a 3-pack. I'm trying to remember the name. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I tested in advance, and I'm going to bring this down 6 little notches here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that right? Okay, right there. And we're going to go around twice. And I'm going to tie a little bow. You definitely don't have to tie a bow. I just want to because I like to tie bows, but you don't have to. And I'm going to tie a little bow here before we put our oval on. And just slip that under there. We'll pull the bow over. We want it to come to the left of the oval. So I'm going to bring it in right here and tie. I think a half knot will work. Let's see. We might need to pull it over just a little bit. Did you notice I got Valentine nails? They're really cute. My daughter got them, and she wanted me to get matching nails with hers, so I did. They're just cute. They have little hearts on there. Isn't that just cute? I just can't help myself. I had to do it. What can I say? Okay, now we're gonna start gluing. We're gonna start adhering things. Okay. So let me confirm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So when I put my glue, I'm going to put it as if I'm having 2 rectangles here, one on each side of the baker's twine. Then I'm going to lay this down like this. Move it about, make sure we get it even as much as we can on all sides. Just like that. You were noticing that, Ross? Yeah. It's something that she and I share. We do. She loves having long nails, and so do I. And you know, when your kids get older, you take advantage of those things that you share, those interests that you share. So I do, and I'm thankful for it. Okay, there we go. So that's the beginning of our card. And now we can put our oval on dimensionals. And I just put one dimensional at the top and one at the bottom so that the baker's twine will go down in the center. Okay, just like that. Now we need some sentiments, don't we? Okay. Where is my little sample card? I have to look at my little sample card. Okay. We have our leaves. I think on the sample card I used lemon lolly, but for leaves, but here I used soft seafoam, which is just fine. So for our sentiments, we're going to use the sentiments on our stamp set are I'm going to use Wishing You a Happy Day, because I just thought that would go for a lot of different things. So I'm going to use a thin, barely a ½ inch piece. I'm going to go from this end, I think, of basic white. And I'm going to use the Azure Afternoon ink, of course. Wishing You. And let me just look real close and see if I can get that even. Okay. So now what I'm going to do here, I'm really into just the angled. So I'm going to just angle it on both sides like that. But one thing I did notice is it needed a little more than just having the Wishing You. It needed just a little bit of the azure. And so I cut this just the slightest bit, like a 1/16 of an inch wider. So like a ½ inch and a 1/16 of an inch wider. And then just enough to give it a tiny shadow above and below. And then I'm just going to add a little bit on the right and the left and cut at the same angle. Just like this. Just to accent it, to bring it to attention a little bit, you might say. Because when I felt it got lost if it didn't have a little of the main color kind of highlighting it. So we'll just put this on here. Just pick this up and move it a bit while there's time. With the glue, you have just a moment to move it. Okay, and I'll set that and let it dry while we do the other sentiment. And this is another scrap, and I'm going to use a Happy Day. Bring our ink back. And I like the different fonts. I always like it when we have the different fonts. So this one is a nice script kind of font, and the other one is block letters. And I like that. And this one, we're just going to very quickly just zip around it a little fussy cut. And it's just easy. You just kind of zip around. Don't be afraid. Just, there's no rhyme or reason. Just stay as close as you can to the letters. And I'm just going to cut off a little bit there so it doesn't get in my way. And it really takes just a moment. I thought about doing it, finding a label die, but I thought it would cover too much of the pretty embossing folder, which I really like there. So we're just going to zip around this guy. And the main point is for them to have a happy day, right? Okay, so the happy day. Don't really think we need, no, we might glue a little bit in a minute. So let's use a couple of dimensionals for the happy day. We should be able to fit one right in there, I think. Can you see what I'm doing? Maybe one there. I think we just need two. Okay, and we're going to put that up just a little bit above the baker's twine to draw attention there. And then this guy, I think this could use some regular dimensionals also. Regular size. We don't need the small ones, just some regular size. Just like that. Wishing you. I wish you all a happy day. Okay, now let's put our little leaves on. And you know, I don't really glue the leaves all that much. Like I'm just putting a little glue at the base of this longer, whoops, this longer grouping of leaves. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can get that little thing to go up under in there. Which I don't, yeah, it kind of will. Okay. I'm going to try to get it to come. Okay. It may be, it's sticking out a little bit outside of the card. But I like it that way. I like the way that looks. And then I'm just putting a little glue down here at the bottom. Not all the way up the top, just enough so it can attach here, but then it comes up over, and just, I like the dimension that it gives. And then this other small one, I'm going to have run along the base of the oval there. Let me see here. Just a little bit of glue in there. Come on, baby. Okay, just a little. I'm just going to tuck it up under there. It just kind of softens the edge there. Okay, and the last thing we have to do is just tie a little bow. Oh, I have one short tail and one very long tail. That's funny. I don't know how that happened. Sometimes funny things happen. Okay. Let's see here. See if I can get that out of there. Let's start again. Okay. Here we go. Oh dear. Okay. There we go. You just kind of go with how the baker's twine goes, or whatever it is, the ribbon. When you're tying a bow, you just kind of let it do its own thing, because it comes out much better if you let it has a way it wants to go, and then it'll be happier if you let it do its own thing. You have to be kind of gentle. Okay, not too bad, huh? Polly, good to see you. Glad you made it. There, that's not too bad. Now I think we're going to put a few pearls on. I was trying to find some different jewels, and I thought, you know, pearls are just so pretty. I love pearls. They're just sparkly and shiny. So we're just going to put a few little pearls on. Every so often, I just like to use plain pearls, just because. I think we'll put one right in here. You could put 5 or 3. Maybe I'll put 5 just for a change, because I've got 3. I've got all those up high. We need a couple down low. So just for fun, we'll put 5. And we'll put one down here. And then we definitely need a piece on the inside. Because the stamp set has all words, I don't really have a little flower to put on the inside or anything. Later, I might go back and find a little flower from another stamp set and put in there. But today, right this moment, I don't have one. So there's today's card. And I just think this stamp set and the mask and the die set are all so cute, linked together. I think you'll really like it. It is a happy card. It's a happy day, and it's a happy card. Isn't it, though? And each one of the individual things, the stamp set you could use in lots of ways, the die set with the oval and the masks, it's a super versatile set. That's what I really like about it, and not too expensive, which is always good. Okay, let's come up and give a prize. We need to give a prize. All right, let's see. Well, I did want to show a pretty card. We had a little hubbub at the beginning when we had a little bad connection. I had to go out and back in. For those of you who came in late, you missed the hubbub. But So I got a very beautiful card from Julia Osuna, and I did want to show it because it's so pretty. Isn't that gorgeous? I think this is from the Daisy set. And the one thing that's different is this piece normally, well, I've normally made it with a piece of cardstock and then maybe a piece of designer series paper on top, but she made it with just the designer series paper so that you can see both sides, which I really like. And I thank you, Julia. It's really a pretty card. Thank you so much. I meant to show that in the beginning, and then we just had a big to-do. So the prize for this week is, well, the prize for next week. If you put the word prize today, you will be entered to win a package of blooming pearls. And I'm giving these away because, well, I personally love them. I've used them so much. But one thing I wanted to bring your attention to, we're using this spring in many of our spring colors, designer series paper. We have gold, we have Lost Lagoon, and we have pink. And this is Pretty Peacock, which we have some of. But these colors go really well with a lot of our stuff in this particular spring. So this is the prize for, if you put the word prize today, you'll be entered to win for next week, and this is the prize, okay? So for last week, everyone that put the word prize last week was entered to win the card we made last week from the Storybook Friends, which is so pretty. Yes, I love Julia's card too. And the winner from last week is Kathy Oderly. Kathy, there she is. Congratulations, you won this card from last week, and we used the fun frames from the Storybook Friends. Kathy, I'm like 100% sure that I have your address, but it doesn't hurt to shoot me an email with your address, just so I don't have to look it up or anything, and that way I can pop it off to you. I'm just at the tail end of mailing my paper shares. If you signed up for my paper shares, they're going out, and excuse me, they're on my table ready to be packaged and sent out in the mail. So this will go out at the same time. I've got several other prizes to send out. So this dry weather just really gets to my throat, especially when I've been talking for a while. So thank you all for sticking with me and for joining me while we made our happy card with our bright colors today. And I wish you all a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I hope you have a lot of fun, and come back and join me next week. We'll make some more cards with wonderful product. See you next time.